everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Fantastic Four, the 2005 superhero film that has been panned by almost everybody, and I think for the most part there's very good reason why that's the case. There is a lot of this movie that I think is horribly, horribly flawed. However, I will say there is one element of this movie that I absolutely love, and another element that I thought was mostly decent, and that's about it. The rest of it just is really pretty much as advertised, pretty god awful. So if you are curious what part of this movie I love, I'll tell you this. I think the one thing that they got just pitch perfect was the relationship between the Human Torch and the Thing. The way that they're always picking on each other and bickering back and forth and taking shots at one another. That was just so great. It was exactly what I was looking for out of them. I mean, it was so great also when you saw them later in the film and they came together like they were family. But to see them have that back and forth, that like brotherly style of love where they're always taking shots at one another and always playing jokes on one another. And you see where Johnny's trying to get the Thing to put the sour cream or the shaving cream or whatever it is, not sour cream, definitely shaving cream, in his face. I thought that was just perfect, and absolutely the characters I've seen in so many comics. Now, are they always like that in the comics? Certainly not, but it was really, really fun to see and fit the film perfectly, and it's definitely great for the setup of the characters. If these movies had been more successful, you could have seen them have more of a deeper, darker, serious tone and maybe taken some of that away. But in these first stories of the Marvel's first family, it made perfect sense for them to be acting like that, and I thought they did that to perfection. On the other end of the spectrum, I thought the relationship between Reed Richards and Sue Storm was just so bad. I thought that the chemistry between them, if it was like on a percentage scale, would have to be like minus 7,000% or something like that. Like, it was just atrocious. They were just so bad on screen. Like, I really, at the end of the day, Jessica Alba, I don't think of her as being a very good actress. I think she's been okay in certain films, roles that were pretty much perfect for her, but I don't feel like she's a great actress. Obviously, she's a gorgeous woman, and there's a moment where she gets down into her underwear that certainly wasn't a hard watch by any stretch of the imagination, but you could really tell that like her relationship with her performance with the gentleman who played Reed Richards, which is Ian Grufford, they had zero chemistry. They did not feel like they had a believable relationship. It seemed like two people that were forced together in some kind of odd experiment and didn't work on any level, and was just completely off-putting and just really, really awful. I thought that the Doctor Doom in this movie was a mixed bag. I thought there was parts of it that fit the character. I thought his performance when he was like the basically the powerful dude that was backing everything, I thought that was okay, where you had like the egotism to him and all that kind of thing. But then once he started becoming Doom, it didn't work for me whatsoever. I thought it was stupid that they gave him powers and that he was there with them when they got their cosmic radiation, which of course always makes me chuckle. I thought that whole thing was bad. I thought his whole storyline of how he was gonna take over the world wasn't very well thought out by any stretch of the imagination. I thought it was very by the numbers, and like the look of the mask was okay, but making it so the rest of him was turning kind of metallic was stupid and just didn't work for me on any level. And another part of this film that I thought could have been a lot better and wasn't was they cast Kerry Washington as Alicia Masters, a character that big fans of the comics will know and love, and an actress who is exceptional in almost everything she does, and yet they were completely useless moments. It was really just the one moment in the bar with her and the Thing, and it was like, oh, we're doing some fan service here. Didn't fit into the rest of the story in any way, shape, or form. So if you weren't going to have her do something, you shouldn't have put her in the movie. The only other aspect of the film that I thought worked in certain cases was I thought the way that they did the Human Torch's powers was really spot on. I thought the look of it was great. I thought the look of the Thing was solid. I mean, obviously it is dated. You can definitely tell it's a guy in a suit, but I thought it worked for the most part. I thought that the effect on Reed was pretty awful. It looked like something out of like a cartoon, but and you know, turning Sue invisible was pretty good. So I'd say the way that they showed the powers were pretty solid, and then the way that they used the powers in the end fight was very well thought out for the most part, and that part worked for me. And the way they set up the idea that if Johnny pushed his powers too far, how dangerous that could be. I thought all of that was pretty good. Overall, if I was gonna grade this movie, it would probably be like a D. I mean, there is a couple elements of it that are okay, but overall, this movie is just really bland, bad, and tone deaf, and just not good all around. But, you know, I don't hate it as much as some people do, because there are a couple elements I can kind of pull from it and enjoy it for moments. So those are my thoughts. Well, let me know in the comment section below what you think. If you thought that I was completely off base about those moments, what grade you would give it. Other than that, please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more likely that other people will discover this video. Come check it out and let me know what they think, because I love talking to people about movies. I would love it if you are new here or you just haven't done it yet. If you would hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. It'll let you know when a movie comes out, and you can come and join the conversation. Other than that, have yourself a good day.